everybody and welcome back to Alex Elliott Golf. Today is all about how we can hit this driver further. So we're going to talk through 3 simple tips of how we're going to hit this driver a lot further out on the golf course. So the first thing I see with a lot of amateur players, and so this is our point number 1, is that their backswing gets very narrow. Now this comes due to not a lot of rotation in the upper half. So if you don't rotate this upper half enough, this backswing becomes very armsy, gets very narrow, and therefore it's hard to create speed from this position because all we're using is our arms as levers, we're not using our arms and body in sync. So point number 1 we said was a really narrow backswing. So how are we going to address that? Well, there's a few ways. The first way I want you to address this is, if we address the golf ball like a nice athletic posture, let's place the black alignment stick inside our right heel, and then let's place the other one, so the red one, at a 45-degree angle to that. So I've got my nice address position here. So I want to imagine if I create a nice backswing now, instead of swinging armsy and not my shoulder hitting the black line, all I want you to do now is load that right side, shoulder going down the black, belt buckle pointing down the red. So in this position here, my arms are wider, the club is less picked up, and it's working around my body in sync with my body. So the arms and the body are working together. They're not working independently. From this position here, we can definitely generate some more power. Another way I want you to think about this, if I had a big heavy medicine ball in my hand here, if we created a really armsy swing, so what we said most common amateurs do, we'd pick the ball up and we'd throw it probably just in front of us. Whereas if we had a nice big heavy golf ball and heavy medicine ball, we'd swing it, rotate, our shoulder would be down the black, belt buckle would be down the red, we'd load it nice and wide, create that power, and we'd be able to store it and throw that ball a lot further through the through swing. So the same applies in the golf swing. The wider we can create this backswing, the more torque we can get in the body and differentiation between the upper half and lower half, the more we can create power and the further we can hit the golf ball. So we've addressed number 1, we're creating that backswing wider. Let's move on to point number 2. So the second point of what I see in most amateurs is when they get to the top of the backswing, so they've now created a nice wide backswing, they try and turn the power on too early, so their transition is not in sync. Because a lot of people think of the golf swing as 2 separate parts, a backswing and a through swing, whereas I think you've got a backswing, transition, and then into through swing. So we're going to address that position at the top of the backswing that we call transition. So if I swing to the top now, a lot of amateurs will swing to the top, put the power on too early, throw themselves out of sync, throwing the club face out of sync, and therefore miss hits can occur, slices can predominantly occur for most players. So I want you to grip the golf club the other way around. I want you to put the grip down towards the golf ball, step a few paces back so you don't hit the golf ball, but I want you to swing to the top and feel like you create a long swoosh. So I want you to feel like you're creating a swoosh from all the way down here, all the way up through the ball and through into your finish. I don't want you to create a quick one from here and then no noise at the bottom. I want you to feel like you can swing to the top, create the longest swoosh you can. This is going to create a smoother transition, a flowing movement, and give you a better chance of hitting that golf ball further with a centre strike more consistently. So we've talked through and addressed point number 1 of creating a wider backswing, and point number 2 of creating a smoother, more powerful transition. So point number 3 leads me on to this big question of how do we hit the ball on the up? Now this is forever a question I get asked for many lessons, so I actually use a bit of a colour path golf kit here as a bit of an external feedback and an obstacle in order to avoid. So if we make a simple backswing now, we're going to address points number 1 and 2, nice and wide backswing with the shoulder going down the black and the belt pointing down the red. So from here, nice and simply, all I want you to do, I want you to feel like you're going to avoid the ramp. Most people hit the driver on the down, they'd actually hit down the golf ball and collide into the ramp. So my simple thing here is, now this can be the colour path golf kit or a tee in front of the golf ball or a tee behind the golf ball. The simple thing is I've got some external feedback here giving me a great visual of how I'm going to avoid that ramp and how I'm going to achieve that bottom of the arc happening before the golf ball. We all know our driver wants to bottom out just before to give us the best opportunity of hitting that ball on the up. Because as we know, hitting the ball on the up will hit the ball further with less spin. So let's have a go at that. Point number 1 and 2, and then my third one, avoiding the colour path golf kit. As you can see there, I've tried to incorporate the long swoosh, the wider backswing, and tried my best to bottom out before the golf ball and hit the golf ball on the up. So we've addressed point number 1, point number 2, and point number 3. For me, these points are all key, but they've got to be done with the correct ball position and the correct posture. If we're not in the correct posture, we can't maintain our posture in the backswing and create a wide, nice rotation. We've got to make sure we're in a nice athletic posture, weight going through the balls of our feet, and the ball position just inside our left heel for a right-handed player. and inside your right heel for a left-handed player. So from here, if we've got the correct ball position, correct posture, we've got the best chance of achieving a wide backswing, a nice smooth transition, and hitting that golf ball on the up, bottoming our arc right before the golf ball. So thank you for watching this week's tips on Alex Elliott Golf. Go and take those 3 simple tips away with you down the driving range and incorporate them out on the golf course this winter in preparation for the start of the season in April. As always, if you've not already subscribed to Alex Elliott Golf, make sure you subscribe down below. All you need is a Gmail account. Thank you for watching and see you next time on Alex Elliott Golf.